Imagine having a mind so strong that nothing can shake you, a mental resilience so unyielding that it terrifies those around you. Welcome to today's video, where we explore how to build that kind of unshakable strength inspired by Stoic philosophy. Stoicism isn't just about enduring life's challenges. It's about mastering your emotions, controlling your reactions, and developing a mental toughness that's impervious to external pressures. In this video, we'll dive into powerful Stoic teachings from figures like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, revealing how their wisdom can help you craft a mind that remains calm in chaos, stays focused when distracted, and never succumbs to negativity. We want to know, how do you build mental resilience? What practices or mindsets have helped you strengthen your mind? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. We'd love to hear your experiences and insights. If you're ready to create a mindset that can handle anything and everything life throws at you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more powerful content. Now let's dive into building a mind so strong, it terrifies the world. Number 1, master control over your emotions. Imagine you're in a heated argument with a colleague. They say something hurtful, and your initial reaction is to lash out, your heart racing, your thoughts clouded by anger. Now picture the opposite scenario. You're still in that same moment of tension, but instead of reacting immediately, you pause. You take a deep breath, assess the situation, and choose to respond calmly. This moment of pause is where your emotional control begins. In Stoicism, emotional control, or apatheia, is a cornerstone of mental strength. The Stoics believe that emotions, while natural, are often disruptive and irrational. They can lead us to make decisions driven by impulse rather than reason. To build a strong mind, we must learn not to be controlled by our emotions, but to guide them with wisdom. The first step is awareness, recognizing when your emotions begin to rise and taking the conscious decision not to act on them impulsively. However, emotional control doesn't mean suppressing feelings or pretending they don't exist. Instead, it means understanding that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we have full control over how we respond. By practicing this, you become less reactive and more deliberate in your actions. This doesn't make you less human or cold. It makes you someone who takes responsibility for their emotional responses. A key technique in mastering emotional control is the practice of mindfulness. In those intense moments when emotions begin to surge, take a moment to observe the feeling. Are you angry, anxious, or frustrated? Ask yourself why you feel this way. Is it based on facts or assumptions? By questioning the root of your emotions, you can prevent them from taking the reins and instead guide them toward a more rational response. Another Stoic practice that helps is the technique of negative visualization. By imagining worst-case scenarios, we train ourselves to be less emotionally reactive when difficult situations arise. It helps you prepare mentally for challenges, knowing that you can handle them. When emotions come, you'll have already mentally rehearsed how to deal with them calmly, which builds emotional resilience over time. A strong mind is not about avoiding emotions, but learning to coexist with them. Just as a skilled driver doesn't panic when the road gets rough, you should be able to navigate life's emotional challenges with composure. Over time, you'll find that you are no longer at the mercy of your emotional waves, but are the captain of your own ship. Ultimately, mastering control over your emotions gives you the power to choose your response, no matter the external circumstances. You no longer have to be a slave to anger, fear, or frustration. Instead, you become someone who is calm, collected, and capable of handling whatever comes your way. So the next time you feel that emotional surge rising within you, ask yourself, is this feeling serving me? Am I allowing this emotion to control me? Or am I choosing how I will respond? This question can be the first step toward building that unshakable inner strength. Number 2, detach from what you can't control. Imagine you're sitting in traffic, feeling the minutes drag by as you remain stuck in place. The frustration builds and you can feel the tension rising in your body. You want the traffic to clear, to make the car move faster, but it's out of your control. Here lies the Stoic principle of detachment, the ability to recognize what is within your power to control and what is beyond it, focusing on the former and letting go of the latter. Stoicism teaches that we cannot control external events like traffic jams or the behavior of others. The only things we can truly control are our thoughts, actions, and reactions. It's easy to get caught up in frustration over things beyond our influence. However, by shifting our perspective and focusing on how we respond, we gain the power to navigate life's challenges with a sense of calm. I had an experience that illustrated this perfectly during a frustrating job interview process. After preparing thoroughly for the interview, I submitted my application and waited eagerly for a response. Weeks passed without any feedback, and I found myself constantly checking my email, replaying every detail of the interview, and growing more anxious with each passing day. The desire to control the outcome became overwhelming, and it drained my energy. Eventually, I realized that no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't speed up the process. The decision was out of my hands. Instead of continuing to waste emotional energy on things I couldn't change, I chose to focus on what I could control, my mindset and how I use my time. I turned my attention to other personal goals, taking care of myself, learning new skills, and cultivating a positive outlook. By detaching from the outcome, I regained a sense of peace. Whether I got the job or not became secondary. Detaching from what you can't control doesn't mean giving up or becoming indifferent. It means recognizing that stressing over things beyond your influence only wastes your time and energy. The key is to shift your focus toward what you can control, your response, your actions, and your growth. In this way, you free yourself from the emotional burden of trying to change things that are outside your power. In practice, detachment strengthens your inner peace. It is a reminder that not everything is within your grasp to manage, but your own mindset is. When you learn to detach from the uncontrollable, you reclaim your power over your emotions and actions, enabling you to face life's uncertainties with composure and clarity. Detachment also helps in building resilience. When we let go of the need to control every outcome, we create space for acceptance and adaptability. Life will always present situations beyond our control, and by learning to detach from these, we develop the mental flexibility to adapt to change with ease. The ability to embrace uncertainty and remain grounded in the face of it strengthens our capacity to persevere through even the most challenging circumstances. With this mindset, you begin to see setbacks not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to refine your response and grow stronger. Next time you're in a situation that feels out of your control, ask yourself, what can I control in this moment? How can I choose to respond that aligns with my values and keeps my peace intact? This question can serve as a powerful tool for detaching from frustration and focusing on what truly matters. Number 3, practice voluntary discomfort. Picture this. It's a chilly morning, and you have the option to stay snug in your warm bed or get up and face the cold. Most people would choose comfort, the warm embrace of the covers, the feeling of relaxation. But the Stoic way encourages a different choice. It teaches us to deliberately expose ourselves to discomfort in order to build resilience, strengthen character, and grow beyond our immediate desires. This is the practice of voluntary discomfort, choosing to experience discomfort not because it's forced upon us, but because we know it will help us develop. The concept of voluntary discomfort is central to Stoic philosophy, as it trains the mind and body to endure hardships with grace. By subjecting ourselves to controlled, intentional discomfort, we prepare ourselves for life's inevitable challenges. Whether it's waking up early, fasting, engaging in physical exercise, or enduring an uncomfortable situation without complaint, these actions teach us to detach from our need for immediate gratification and ease. We become less reliant on external comforts, which ultimately strengthens our mental fortitude. For me, one of the most significant moments of voluntary discomfort came during a personal fitness challenge. I had become too comfortable with my routine and decided to push myself beyond my usual limits. I started waking up earlier than I was accustomed to, running in the cold mornings and cutting out certain indulgences like sweets. At first, the discomfort was overwhelming. The cold air stung my skin, and the early mornings felt unnatural. But as the weeks went by, I noticed an undeniable shift. Not just in my physical strength, but in my mindset. I had learned to endure discomfort, to push through resistance, and to embrace a sense of accomplishment in the face of challenge. Voluntary discomfort is not about seeking pain or hardship for its own sake. Rather, it's about cultivating a mindset that doesn't shy away from discomfort when it arises. The Stoics understood that true strength comes not from avoiding adversity, but from facing it head-on and using it as an opportunity to grow. Every time we face something uncomfortable, we expand our limits, and our tolerance for difficulty increases. Another key benefit of practicing voluntary discomfort is that it allows us to better appreciate life's comforts. When we make the conscious decision to step outside of our comfort zone, we realize how much we take for granted in our day-to-day lives. Things that once seemed trivial, like a warm shower or comfortable chair, now feel like luxuries. This heightened appreciation deepens our gratitude and helps us maintain a balanced perspective, even in moments of ease. It also helps in making us less dependent on external circumstances for happiness. When we train ourselves to endure discomfort, we learn that true contentment doesn't come from avoiding pain or seeking pleasure, but from mastering ourselves and our reactions. This principle is key in Stoic philosophy, where the focus is on cultivating inner strength and equanimity. Voluntary discomfort sharpens your resilience, helps you grow as a person, and teaches you to appreciate life more deeply. The next time you face a difficult or uncomfortable situation, ask yourself, how can I use this discomfort as an opportunity for growth? How can I embrace this challenge rather than avoid it? These questions will help you transform every discomfort into a step toward a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. By regularly embracing discomfort, we break the cycle of complacency that often limits personal growth. When we continually seek comfort, we become stagnant, avoiding anything that challenges us or pushes us out of our comfort zone. Each act of voluntary discomfort, whether physical, emotional, or mental, teaches us to move forward despite fear, resistance, or discomfort. Over time, we build a habit of stepping into the unknown and become more adaptable to life's unpredictable nature. Through these challenges, we discover strength in places where we once felt weak, expanding our capacity for resilience and becoming more flexible in the face of adversity. Number 4, use negative visualization. One powerful strategy for building mental strength that may seem counterintuitive at first is negative visualization. Instead of always focusing on what could go right, try thinking about what could go wrong. This practice helps you prepare for challenges, not by expecting failure, but by acknowledging that obstacles are part of life. By imagining the worst-case scenarios, you can free yourself from fear and anxiety. Often, when we expect only success, we're unprepared when things don't go according to plan. This unpreparedness can lead to feelings of shock, frustration, or even despair when setbacks happen. But by practicing negative visualization, you accept that life is unpredictable and that adversity is inevitable. For example, imagine losing your job. What would you do? How would you recover if a relationship ended suddenly or if you faced an unexpected health scare? These scenarios may seem daunting, but by visualizing them, you realize that you are more capable of handling these challenges than you think. Rather than fearing the unknown, you begin to build emotional resilience by mentally rehearsing how you might cope. This technique isn't about being pessimistic. It's about preparing yourself to deal with life's inevitable difficulties, so when they do come, they don't overwhelm you. Negative visualization allows you to detach from the illusion of control and embrace the reality that challenges are an integral part of life. This makes it easier to remain calm and composed when difficulties arise. By regularly practicing negative visualization, you also start to notice how much you take for granted in your day-to-day life. The simple act of imagining life without certain comforts can help you appreciate the things you have in the present. For instance, thinking about life without your family, friends, or your health can make you more grateful for them, helping you focus on the positive aspects of your life rather than what you fear losing. This practice also helps you take the pressure off yourself to always succeed or be perfect. When you realize that things can go wrong and that you'll still be able to handle them, you give yourself permission to fail. You stop seeing failure as something catastrophic and start viewing it as a natural part of your journey. This shift in mindset can be freeing, allowing you to take risks without the fear of what might happen. Furthermore, negative visualization can strengthen your decision-making process. When you envision the possible negative outcomes of your choices, you're able to make more informed decisions. It enables you to weigh the risks and rewards, ensuring that your actions align with your long-term goals. This forethought can prevent impulsive decisions and prepare you to adapt if things don't go as planned. So the next time you feel anxious about the future, try visualizing the worst-case scenario. Rather than feeling defeated or helpless, use it as an opportunity to mentally prepare for the unexpected. Once you face the worst in your mind, anything that follows won't seem so overwhelming. And in doing so, you may find that you're better equipped to handle whatever life throws your way. Number 5, guard your time and attention. Imagine you're in a crowded room, surrounded by people constantly pulling at your attention. Your phone ringing, people chatting, and distractions everywhere. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and like you're losing control over how you spend your time. In today's fast-paced world, it's more important than ever to guard your time and attention fiercely. Both are limited resources, and how you use them can shape the course of your life. Time and attention are interconnected. What you give your attention to often determines how you spend your time. Stoicism teaches that we should prioritize what truly matters, choosing where we direct our energy instead of letting external forces dictate our focus. It's easy to get caught up in the endless flow of notifications, the opinions of others, and the noise of daily life. But this constant barrage can easily lead to wasted time and mental fatigue. By practicing discernment in how we allocate our attention, we reclaim control over our lives and become more purposeful in our actions. For me, this realization came when I started feeling constantly drained, like there was never enough time in the day to accomplish everything. I found myself scrolling through social media, engaging in endless conversations that didn't align with my goals, and neglecting the tasks that were truly important. It took a moment of introspection to realize that my attention was scattered across too many things that didn't serve my long-term growth. I needed to protect my time and energy from mindless distractions. Guarding your time and attention isn't about being rigid or avoiding all distractions. It's about making intentional choices about where you place your focus. This means learning to say no to things that do not contribute to your personal growth or well-being. It might mean turning off notifications, setting boundaries with people, or allocating specific time blocks for deep, focused work. By being deliberate with how we spend our time, we create more space for the things that truly matter. Whether that's working on a passion project, investing in relationships, or simply taking time to rest and recharge. It's also important to recognize the value of mental clarity. The more you guard your attention, the clearer your mind becomes. Without constant distractions, you are better able to think critically, make thoughtful decisions, and approach challenges with a calm and focused mind. This clarity is invaluable in all areas of life, as it allows you to be more present, more productive, and more aligned with your values. Guarding your time and attention also means recognizing that not everything is worth your focus. Whether it's gossip, unnecessary drama, or things that simply drain you, being mindful of where your energy goes can have a profound impact on your well-being. You get to decide how you invest your time, and by being selective about what captures your attention, you ensure that your energy is spent on things that contribute to your growth and success. In the Stoic sense, this practice of guarding your time and attention is a way of exercising control over your life. Life will constantly present distractions, but it's up to you to choose what to engage with and when. By practicing this discipline, you not only protect your time, but also sharpen your focus, enhance your productivity, and ultimately lead a life that is more intentional and fulfilling. The next time you find yourself feeling overwhelmed or like you have too much to do, ask yourself, am I spending my time on what truly matters? Where is my attention going right now? And is it serving my purpose? By regularly reflecting on these questions, you can make choices that will allow you to guard your time and attention more effectively, creating space for what truly aligns with your values and goals. Guarding your time and attention also means being mindful of your energy. It's not just about where your focus goes, but also about how your energy is spent throughout the day. Certain activities, people, or environments can leave you feeling drained, while others can energize and inspire you. By paying attention to how different situations affect your energy levels, you can make better decisions about where to invest your time. Over time, you'll learn to create a life that reflects your values, surrounding yourself with people and activities that uplift you, while protecting yourself from those that sap your energy. This deeper awareness of both time and energy will enable you to live a more fulfilling and purposeful life. By consciously protecting both your time and attention, you create the space to engage in meaningful activities that align with your values, priorities, and long-term goals. With time as a finite resource and attention as a powerful tool, guarding them becomes one of the most valuable disciplines you can adopt to build a focused, purposeful, and rewarding life. Number 6, live according to values, not emotions. Have you ever been in a situation where your emotions completely took over? Perhaps you were angry, frustrated, or overly excited. And in that moment, it felt like your emotions were controlling your every action. It's easy to let strong emotions dictate your decisions, but doing so can often lead to regret and unintended consequences. Stoicism teaches us that living a meaningful life means acting in accordance with our core values, not letting fleeting emotions drive our choices. I remember a time when I was feeling extremely frustrated with a situation at work. The pressure was mounting, and I felt like everything was going wrong. I wanted to lash out, speak my mind, and let my anger dictate my response. But instead, I paused and thought about my values: respect, patience, and professionalism. I reminded myself that these values mattered more than the temporary relief I might get from expressing my anger. Choosing to respond calmly and thoughtfully, even though it wasn't easy, helped me stay true to who I wanted to be. This experience taught me the power of living according to values, not emotions. Living according to values requires self-awareness and discipline. It's not about suppressing emotions, but rather recognizing them and choosing to respond in a way that reflects what's most important to us. For example, if one of your core values is kindness, you might feel irritated when someone cuts in front of you in line. Instead of reacting with frustration, you can choose to let the moment go and practice kindness, understanding that your peace is more important than a fleeting annoyance. This practice of living by values also helps us make consistent decisions, regardless of how we feel in the moment. Emotions can be powerful, but they're often fleeting. When you anchor your actions in your values, you create a steadiness that guides your behavior, even in challenging times. People around you will come to recognize you as someone who acts thoughtfully and with integrity, not someone who is controlled by momentary feelings. By prioritizing your values, you also build inner strength. When emotions are strong, it can be difficult to think clearly, but by returning to your values, you create a mental framework that helps you respond with calmness and clarity. Whether it's patience, honesty, or courage, your values become a compass that helps you navigate through emotional turmoil. Living according to values rather than emotions can also deepen your relationships. When you respond with consistency and integrity, others are more likely to trust and respect you. They'll know that you'll make decisions based on your principles, not just your feelings. This predictability strengthens connections and creates a solid foundation for meaningful relationships. Living according to values, not emotions, also helps you avoid the chaos of constant emotional swings. Emotions can be like waves, unpredictable and intense. But when you live with a strong sense of values, it's like having a sturdy ship that can sail through even the roughest seas. This consistency gives you the ability to weather life's challenges without being knocked off course by every emotional storm. It allows you to remain grounded and focused on your long-term goals, rather than being derailed by temporary feelings. This mindset also fosters resilience. Life inevitably presents obstacles, some of which can stir up powerful emotions. But when your actions are driven by principles, you become less likely to react impulsively or let setbacks diminish your spirit. Instead, you approach challenges with a calm determination, always asking yourself what your values would dictate in that moment. This resilience doesn't just help you navigate difficult situations, it allows you to grow stronger from them, building a character that remains steady no matter what life throws your way. By living according to your values, you cultivate a deeper sense of control and inner peace that transcends emotional fluctuations. So the next time you feel overwhelmed by emotions, ask yourself, what are my core values? And how can I respond in a way that aligns with them? Taking a moment to reflect on your values before acting can help you stay grounded and live a life that is more intentional and fulfilling. Number 7, keep a daily journal. Have you ever found yourself overwhelmed by thoughts, emotions, or a cluttered mind, unsure of how to process everything? Sometimes our daily lives can get so busy and chaotic that it's easy to lose touch with what truly matters. One of the simplest yet most powerful tools to regain focus and clarity is keeping a daily journal. The act of journaling allows you to organize your thoughts, reflect on your actions, and identify patterns that can lead to personal growth. When you sit down to write each day, it's not just about recording events, it's about creating space to reflect on how you felt, what you learned, and where you can improve. Journaling provides an opportunity to step back and observe your thoughts from an objective standpoint. This helps you distance yourself from the emotional weight of the day and gives you a clearer perspective on the challenges and triumphs you faced. I've found journaling to be an invaluable tool in my own life. There was a period when I was feeling particularly stressed about balancing work and personal responsibilities. Writing down my thoughts every night helped me process everything that had happened during the day. It allowed me to vent without judgment, and more importantly, gave me a chance to recognize areas where I could have reacted differently. Through this practice, I gained a deeper understanding of my emotional triggers and began to make more intentional decisions in my daily life. Journaling helped me become more self-aware and provided me with the insight needed to break free from the cycles of stress and anxiety. The benefits of journaling go beyond just emotional reflection. It also serves as a tool for setting goals and tracking progress. When you write down your intentions for the day, week, or month, you are actively creating a roadmap for your personal development. Journaling helps you stay accountable to your goals, allowing you to look back at your entries and see how far you've come. Over time, these written records serve as a testament to your growth, reminding you of the lessons learned and the challenges overcome. Another powerful aspect of journaling is its ability to cultivate mindfulness. By taking a few minutes each day to reflect on the present moment, you can strengthen your ability to stay grounded and intentional throughout the day. Instead of letting your thoughts scatter in all directions, journaling encourages you to focus on the here and now, which can help reduce stress and increase your sense of calm. Journaling also allows you to track your emotional and mental patterns over time. For example, you may notice that certain situations or people trigger specific reactions. By keeping a record, you can begin to understand why you react the way you do and identify opportunities to change your responses. This awareness can ultimately lead to greater emotional intelligence, which helps in building stronger relationships and navigating life's ups and downs with greater ease. As you develop the habit of journaling, it's important to make it a consistent practice. You don't have to write pages upon pages every day. Even just a few sentences can make a significant difference. The key is consistency. Over time, the daily ritual of journaling will become ingrained in your routine, providing you with a valuable space for reflection, growth, and self-discovery. Journaling not only helps in self-reflection, but it also provides a creative outlet for your thoughts. Often, we suppress our creativity or let our ideas slip away due to the distractions of daily life. Writing in a journal allows you to capture those fleeting moments of inspiration and brainstorm solutions for challenges you might be facing. It's an ideal space to explore new ideas, express emotions, or even outline future goals without the pressure of expectations. Over time, you'll find that your journal becomes a personal space to grow, not just emotionally, but also intellectually. Moreover, journaling can serve as a tool for cultivating gratitude. At the end of each day, you can take a moment to jot down things you're thankful for, no matter how small they may seem. This practice shifts your focus away from what's lacking in your life to what you already have, fostering a positive mindset. It's amazing how the simple act of acknowledging the good things in your life can transform your outlook and make you more resilient to life's challenges. By consistently journaling, you create a collection of positive memories and insights that you can revisit, especially on tougher days, to remind yourself of how far you've come. So ask yourself, how can I use journaling to better understand myself, my emotions, and my growth? Keeping a daily journal doesn't just help you process your thoughts. It helps you see the bigger picture of who you are and where you're headed. By reflecting daily, you equip yourself with the tools to create lasting change and become a stronger, more self-aware individual. Building a mind so strong that it terrifies others is not about becoming detached or hardened. It's about cultivating a deep inner strength that allows you to stay calm, focused, and unshaken no matter what life throws at you. By embracing Stoic principles like emotional control, detachment from things beyond your control, and living according to your values, you can create a mindset that remains steady in the face of adversity. The true power lies in how you choose to respond to challenges, not the challenges themselves. It's a journey of growth, self-awareness, and continuous improvement. Each day offers an opportunity to strengthen your mind further, and with dedication, you can achieve a mental resilience that others will find intimidating. Keep practicing these Stoic techniques, remain committed to your personal growth, and you'll see how your mind becomes an unshakable force. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay resilient, stay strong, and continue building the mind that can truly face anything.